But someone asked a question, and then it made me think of... I made this video on Hwoarang, and a lot of Hwoarang mains reached out to me and gave me grief for making the video. They felt I was lying about the character, that I was being unnecessarily hard on him. I'm not joking. I think you need hundreds of hours of labbing, hundreds of hours of playing against him to be able to fight that character. That's not an exaggeration. That's sort of an entitlement Hwoarang players have, you know. How does Hwoarang stack up recently? Hwoarang is incredibly strong. You have the dirtiest knowledge checks. Anyone who isn't a legacy player, like say you play against a newcomer to Tekken 8, you should win for free. The biggest mental stack in the game with the amount of stances and attacks. Everything is plus frame. Even when you whiff attacks, you recover at lightning speed. When you pop your heat, you have the best counter utility in the game. People can't press into you. People can't block against you. You used to have weaknesses, but they've been patched out. For certain added attacks, they've just removed every weakness you used to have. It's just gone. You also have way too high combo damage, and your wall travel is like wall to wall on almost any given map. The counterplay to your character when you do this move, this is a Season 2 addition, like this move. Pros will step right duck here. No, sorry, step right block. Step right block. This will beat as many strong options as possible, right? If you step left, the jab tags you. So step right into block. Funny thing here is that here people will quickly discover the whiff recovery of this jab. This is left flamingo stance jab. It is +5 on block, right? +5 on block. Like most Hwoarang moves, it's just insanely plus on block. If you actually try and launch punish Hwoarang here, you'll note that he recovers. It's the fastest recovery you're ever gonna see. Like, he can block disgustingly fast. Also, if I duck here and try and launch with while setting 2... Do you see how quickly he recovers? Grab would actually be a good option here to beat the power crush, but this jump kick goes under froze. It goes under froze. That's why step right block, because the kick, the launching kick will track me here. That's why we want to step right into a block. He'll be -14. Punish. But he will get away with the jab for free, because when I do my step right block, the jab recovers so fast that it's almost impossible to react to the jab in time to punish it. He can block. Well, we can also show this jab. So this is right flamingo jab 2. That's also +5. But also, like, the whiff recovery, even on a 2 jab here, is like no joke. This is me just doing a jab, right? So you can imagine trying to down for 2 this. I received a lot of flack, actually, from Hwoarang mains from that video I did where I talked about how problematic and cancerous the character is now. I had a ton of Hwoarang mains actually contact me saying the video was garbage, the video was shit. Fuck you, you're lying about our character. Even some notable Hwoarang mains said I was like lying, but I'm like, all of this can be very clearly shown. I don't understand how it's like bullshitting about the character. A weakness the character used to have was like, as I talk about in the video, like initiation. Like he's far away, he wanna go in. Everything is very linear. So pro Hwoarangs, they go in and jab check to stay very safe, right? A bit like Heihachi mains. But then they gave him this, you know, which is like a perfect initiation attack. Can you show me a better initiation move? Just manual motion switch here and then this move. This is legit a perfect initiation move. here, when he's pressuring you with stuff like this, it's like, well, but he loses to backdash and sidesteps if you have a good read. Well, give him this move. You know. +6 on hit. Infinity reach homing low. That's unseeable. And he gets +6 left flamingo stance to do whatever he wants. I'm not joking. I think you need hundreds of hours of labbing, hundreds of hours of playing against him to be able to fight that character. That's not an exaggeration. That's sort of an entitlement Hwoarang players have, you know. Do you know the flowcharts? Do you know the frames? Do you know the super specific counterplay? And now when they've added these disgusting attacks into like flappy kick mind games, that alone is absurd to deal with. I love how one viewer's question starts talking about Hwoarang again, but I don't mind because this character is just so deeply problematic. I'm gonna counter it now. That's 64 damage doing the most unoptimal garbage, right? 64 damage. This is like wall to wall, if you do it properly, like 115 damage. That's without rage, that's without any stage hazard gimmick. And from what? From a 16 frame startup low. But it's the fact that this move is also allowed to be a mix-up on block. Because on block, it is only -1 for Hwoarang. It's only -1. If you try and dick jab here, I can jump over that. If you try and do any legit punish, Flappy will interrupt you and launch you. If you think I'm going to Flappy, I can just stop here. Yet again, in a sequence of mind games, just mix you up. Because you have to sort of respect the last kick, right? So even then, it's a mind game. Do I stop here? What do I do? Or do I just do down back 4 on block? And you're like, oh man, he's gonna Flappy? Or he's gonna do this? I need to respect? Oh, suddenly I start mixing you up with this. And you're yet again in a blender. And again, counter hits for your entire health bar in heat. Why do we always revolve to Hwoarang being OP? Oh, it's because he is OP. That's why. But someone asked a question and then it made me think of... I made this video on Hwoarang and a lot of Hwoarang mains reached out to me and gave me grief for making the video. They felt I was lying about the character, that I was being unnecessarily hard on him. And there is, of course, merit to saying that he's still somewhat of a specialist character. There is work that goes into this character. He's not Anna. But to me, it's just, it's a fact. This character is insanely stupid.